What is up, guys? Delboy here. So Anthony Yarde's next fight has been announced. He will be fighting on the 23rd of February at the Leicester Arena, and his opponent is Medhi Amar. Now, if you followed my channel and you've seen my videos on Anthony Yarde, you would know that I feel he's a very talented fighter. I think he has potential, but he needs the right learning fights. And I was worried he wasn't getting those fights. He was fighting a very low level of competition and he wasn't taking any step-ups whatsoever. But I've got to be honest, I actually like this fight for Anthony Yarde. Medhi Amar is a very experienced guy. He's 36 years old with a record of 35 wins, 6 defeats, 2 draws. He was a former European champion, and he also fought for the WBC interim light heavyweight title. He fought Alexander Vodzik that night for the WBC interim, and he actually took Vodzik to the distance and gave Vodzik a few problems here and there due to his awkward style. You know, Vodzik never really looked fully comfortable in that fight. Vodzik clearly won it, but you could tell the herky-jerky style of Amar gave him a few issues. And as we know, Vodzik went on after that fight to become the WBC light heavyweight champion by beating Adonis Stevenson. So for Amar to give him a few problems, it kind of indicates Amar isn't the worst fighter in the world. And like I said, he was also a former European champion. And this is the type of fight I wanted to see Anthony Yarde take. I was never one of these people who said, Yarde needs to fight Beterbiev, Yarde needs to fight Kovalev. No, I'm not expecting him to fight for a world title anytime soon. I just want to see gradual step-ups, and I think this is a gradual step-up from his previous competition. It's a step in the right direction. Like I said, Yarde will have something different to contend with. Amar's got a lot of experience, he's got an awkward style, he can be a bit negative, he can be a bit cagey, and it's going to be interesting to see how Yarde deals with that type of fighter. A guy who can spoil, a guy who's got a weird kind of movement pattern. It will be interesting to see how Yarde looks in comparison to Vodzik. And listen, that's what matchmaking's all about. Matchmaking is, you know, you give your fighter different styles each fight, different types of fighters who bring different problems, and you build your fighter's experience. That's what I feel Anthony Yarde has been missing, and these are the type of fights he needs. You know, guys like Medhi Amar, who have been around, who know the tricks of the trade, and guys who can survive. These are the type of guys Yarde should be fighting, and I think it's a good start to 2019 for Anthony Yarde. I do expect Anthony Yarde to beat Medhi Amar. I think he's a better fighter. I think he's more physically strong. He's a bigger puncher. All in all, he's just better, but, you know, there are a few interesting questions that could be raised in this fight. What happens if Medhi Amar takes Anthony Yarde to the championship rounds? How will Anthony Yarde respond? Does he have the gas tank for a 12-round fight against an experienced fighter like Medhi Amar? You know, there could be a few questions asked here, and that is why I like this fight. It's a step up, it's a step in the right direction, and hopefully it will kickstart a productive 2019 for Anthony Yarde. I'm not an Anthony Yarde hater. I don't feel I'm overly critical, but I just wanted a slight step up. I have it here. So I'm a happy boxing fan, I'm pleased for Anthony Yarde, and hopefully this will aid his development into becoming a really good fighter. But yeah, share your thoughts below. How do you feel about this fight? Do you think it's a step in the right direction like me? Or am I actually being over-positive? Maybe you guys don't think this is good enough. Share your thoughts below, tell me what you think. Peace.